Hey guys, so it's me, Rebel Glam. Just want to do a quick review on the costumes for this year crop over. Now I'm seeing, well, Kadooment costumes. I am seeing lots of color. I am seeing a lot of creativity when it comes to some of the ideas. Uh, and, I applaud the designers for that. However, it seems that these designers are being pressured into this whole idea of the costumes, especially for the women, being smaller and smaller and smaller all the time. Now, my thing about it is, you're paying more money to get less costume. Once upon a time, if you wanted, you could wear stockings with your costume. Now, the likelihood of wearing stockings and looking good is small, because even if you wear these stockings, there's no place to put the top of these stockings because the bottom of the costume is too small. So if you wear stockings, you can look stink. I am not really sure what the point is, but I know that, at the end of the day, they got all these slim women modeling for the most part, right? All these women are real slim. So, the cat look like a kitten. But what about the people with the lionesses and the tigresses? You understand? Is everything, all the fronts supposed to be out on the road? Is that the plan? Like, what really is going on? Because we sit at Carnival as women and we celebrating beautiful Caribbean women and blah 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 dot dot dot, excuse to be naked, but at the same time, first of all, everybody ain't look good enough to wear these things. Second of all, you can wear it, of course you can wear it whether you look good enough, in my opinion, or not. So let's not go down that road. But I think the whole idea of loving yourself is supposed to be about finding what suits you, accentuating your positives and whatnot. I don't think anybody is going to go down the road and color their teeth black. So in that case, why are we going down the road wearing something that's showing out all of our flaws? Huh? And then let me talk about this issue with getting interfered with, because we got all these things saying, men don't have the right to touch you and blah blah blah. Of course they don't have the right to touch you, no matter what you're wearing. If you go down the road naked, no man is supposed to touch you. But there's a reason why houses have locks, because even though nobody ain't got no right to come in your house, if you play it, you don't buy a lock, you understand, somebody can come in and rob you. And in the same way, if we don't dress in such a way to be respected, somebody can disrespect us. Hell, we as black women especially get the most disrespect anyway for no particular reason. So these costumes got me real confused. There's lots of people that are gonna still, find the money, whether they can afford it or not, to jump. And my question is, why are they doing it? Is it for social media? Because I mean, in real life, people see you. So no matter how good you pose and no matter how you fix this thing, make yourself look good and take 20 pictures and pick the best one, right? When Beijing Chuba or whoever else out on the road and then catch you at your worst moment, you need to go on a costume that gonna hold you, and you need to look a certain way. You understand? People can come out just to see how you look. Yeah. So people are going to be coming out to see how you look, and you would say you don't care. A lot of us are going to act like we don't care what people think, but at the end of the day, if that was true, you would stay home. You're not spending your money to go and buy a costume unless you care about how you look in it, and unless you want to be seen in your best. So these things are worth at your best. So these things are worth considering. And at the end of the day, we go down the road with acting like if we don't care, but yet the makeup artists working, from the middle of the night, going straight on up to Kadooment morning, trying to fulfill the demand for makeup on that day. The issue is that enough of us care very much about how our face look, but nothing else. And then my thing, there's so many different ways to look at this thing, that I think are worth considering. Because no, all right, you spend your money on your costume, you're gonna get your makeup, doing everything like that, but are you really having a good time? Or are you just concerned with how you look? And then in that case, and you got a costume that ain't holding you too good, are you constantly fixing yourself? Can you walk up in this thing and really enjoy yourself? Because that is what it was supposed to be for, not to make you uncomfortable and miserable. The truth of the matter is that if you ain't care about how you look, or whatever the case may be, as a young person, and you want to save money, you could go and jump with one of the old timers like Betty West. But everybody jumping with these new premium bands and things, right? Looking to spend their money. Are you looking to have a good time though? It's very confusing. It is very, very confusing. Another point that I would like to bring up is that not everybody don't bathe before they come down the road. So when you decide you're wearing your stockings, or you splitting and let your crotch touch the road, or you walking up at anybody and you ain't care, study that part. People went and stayed by the best friend house, accidentally fooled the man because it was drunk, out and didn't want nobody to know what going on, was late and rushed and gone down the road and in bed. And of course, much less dramatic stories. You understand? Some people probably might get their makeup done at 2 or 3 a.m. You know, they don't want any of the makeup to wash off. First they said they was going to try and cover their face and bathe, then they tell us, I ain't smell too bad and I ain't bathing. But at the end of the day, what I'm telling you is that you're going to go down the road with some musty people. How much of your actual skin, which is an organ, do you really want to touch these people or to touch these public things that you're going to be around? We used to take this thing for a joke, but this thing is no joke. A friend of mine told me that she would jump in stockings a year, stockings ripped, and right where the stocking ripped, she had a nasty rash. We got to think about these things, you know. You don't want to spend your money not to end up having a good time or not to end up having a good jump. So I really hope that these people that, you know, making the costumes could think a little bit deeper than just, you know, showing up skin. At the end of the day, you know, why is it that if your daughter sees your picture from last year in a costume or whatever, she might be shamed in front of her friends, you know? What is this message that we're giving? And I like to use example, Rihanna versus Michelle Obama. Everybody call Rihanna them girl. Love Rihanna. Yeah, she's you bitch. Rihanna could do anything, wear nothing at all and go down the road. But you know what? Let Michelle Obama do it. A person that we expect something from. A person who we expect has a certain standard. And all of a sudden, we up in arms. What Michelle could be thinking wearing that costume. What Obama had to say about it. As soon as a person respectable, we hold them to a different standard. But my question is not about them. No, my question is not about Ree or Michelle or anybody else. My question is about you. What standard do you hold yourself to, and what are you willing to do? You know, eventually things might get real wayward. Nowadays, I see most of the male costumes look very, very gay. The ones that have a lot of detail. My thing about it is that what about the normal man? Why aren't costumes being made to tailored for him? Because like all of this headband and all this thing, where's a hat? A normal man want a hat, you know. But I'm not a fashion designer, so what do I know? And I'm definitely not a costume designer. What do I know, you know? What do I know? But these are things to think about. You understand? At the end of the day, I didn't know jumping for crop over, you know. It's 50 years that we're supposed to be independent, and yet we don't even think freely. You understand? We just plug into all. What about these costumes, right, makes you want them so bad that you are willing to diet, work out, whatever, or just go and get a little surgery maybe then, right? Because of you care so much about how you look. To whom? Because everything that you should be doing should really be for yourself. And at the end of the day, what is the message that you are sending about yourself when you go out to the world? You understand? Dress a certain way. We act like we don't care, but yet we invest so much money in makeup and clothing and whatnot, so we do care about how we look. What is our message? This has been my costume review. Very creative, very colorful, and very, very damn small. Have a good day. Love ya.
It's the done deal.